Okay, welcome to today's section. Later on we will talk about how to fix geometry in Studio, and I will introduce the geometry fixing tools in Moldex3D, and we will use a case which is a geometry with some issues already in there. And if you have any questions later on after the video, you can type in the chat box, and then we will try to reply to you. Okay, so here is the model that we have. So generally, when you import the geometry, you will see this figure, and then after that you can click on Check Geometry. After checking the geometry, you will find there is a tab pop out in here, and you can see some result in the geometry defect. There are free edge and tiny edge. Usually we will suggest the customer try to put all the free edge out, and the tiny edge is okay to be there because usually it do not affect the mesh generation too much. And the free edge is something must be fixed. You can either fix with the CAD fixing tool, or you can fix with the mesh fixing tool. And today we are just only demonstrating in the CAD fixing tools in Moldex3D. So okay, this is the case that we have the geometry. And when we get into the software, you can see that this part have some red line and blue lines for the feature line. So the red lines means the edge which is defined as the free edge. The free edge definition is the edge which is not connect with another edge. So right now we need to connect them together. So first function that we use is sew. So if we click on sew, and then we need to select the polysurface object to detect if there's any free edge to sew. And then after that, we can select the edge in here, for example, this red line. And we click on the green tick, and then there's a tolerance for sewing. So here we need to type the tolerance, and the default setting is 0.01. So I will use the default settings to run first time. You can see that the gap is not fixed yet. So let's try with other tolerance. So we firstly select the geometry again, and then we click on the edge in here. And after that, tick on the green tick. And in here, we will change the tolerance of sewing. So this time, I will change from 0.01 to 0.05. And then we tick on the green tick. So after the green tick, you can see that the free edge number decreased 2, which means this line have 2 free edge because one on one side, one on another side. And it's already fixed in here. So we will try to apply this standard to all the parts, because you can see that there is 8 fins in this geometry, and if we try to fix one by one, it will be really time taking. So this time I will use auto sew, and in auto sew we can enter the tolerance for sewing. I will put a 0.05, tick on the green tick. So right now you can see that the free edge have already decreased to 20. And if we rotate the part, you can see that most of the free edge is already fixed. Only one thing, they have lost some geometry, maybe due to the transmission of the CAD file. So in here, we need to fix the free edge in this section. Okay, so in here we have 3 sections. This small corner in here, this corner which is in the inner side, and on the top of the fin, they lost a really big surface. So we will try to start from here, which is a really tiny one. Okay, so in here, we will use the function which is called fill face to fulfill the empty surface. So first we select the geometry we want to do the fill face, and then we need to select the boundary. So in selecting the boundary is limited only to 2, 3, or 4 edges as the boundary of the surface. So you must not exceed this value. And in this case, we can select the lines with the shift pressed. So I press the shift button on my keyboard. No matter it's left or right, it's both okay. And then just use the left click to select the lines. So in here, we already select 4 lines. And then after that, we can tick on the green tick. So right now, the hole is fulfilled. Okay, so this is a perfect case for filling the face. And then right now, we are filling the other surface. Okay, so right now, I will use the fill face again. Click on the fill face, click on the poly surface, click on the boundary. So now I will select the boundaries. You can see that I select 5 times for the boundary. I will select it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this case, if we tick on the green tick, you will see that there is an error message which would generate. Only 2, 3, or 4 boundary curves can be selected. So what we need to do is we need to redo the boundary lines. So right now we will count down the tool functions in the Moldex3D. So we will jump to the tool functions, and then we will use the first function, which is extract the edge curve. So when extract the edge curve, you can select the edges you want to combine together. And then later on, when we can use another function, which is called join curve, to join them together. And after that, we can use only 4 curves to generate the surface. So right now, I'm combining these 2. This one, which is the edge on the bottom, and the tiny arc in here. So tick on the green tick to generate a line. You can see that the curve is still separated right now. It's 2 segments. And then right now I'm joining them together. So I will use the shift button to select both of the curves and click on the function join curve. Tick on the green tick to join the curve together. Okay, so right now if you select the curve, you could see that it's one piece already. So right now we will go back to fixed geometry to fill the face. Right now we already have 4 edges. The first one is the curve in here. Second one, the edge in here. Third one, and the fourth one. So right now we tick on the green tick. The surface is perfectly generated. And also the free edge is decreased to 11. So right now we only need to fix the issue, the empty region in here. Then we can fix the whole geometry. So you already see that from the previous filling. You can see that there is some really few section of segments might happen in the free edge. So we need to check out. We need to check if how many lines are there and how do we need to deal with it. So first I will still click on the fill face, but this time I just click on the edges. I want to know how many section of lines is happening in here. So you can see that the upper edge in here we have 3 sections, and in lower we have 1, 2, and 3. So I will decide to fulfill the region which is around here, and after I will fulfill this corner, and then I will fulfill all the way to the end in here. Okay, so right now we will do the first section. Right now we will need the help of the tool again. So right now we will need the function which is line. I will use the line and remember to open the snapping function. The snapping function is on the bottom right of your software, of your interface. You can see a tick right here. It's blue. It's colored in blue. And if you tick it, if you activate it, it's with blue color, and that means the snapping is activated. And please select the end function in the snapping function. And then after that, you can put your cursor close to the end of the curve, and then it will be fixed to the end of the curve. So right now I already generate a section of line in here. After that, I will go back to the fixed geometry again, select the poly surface, select the curves with shift pressed, and then tick on the green tick. So right now I already have the surface in here. So the last portion is here. And here, because we already know that it's separated into few sections. So we need to use the extract edge curve again. So what I would do is I will extract all the edge curve in here. And later on, I will combine them separately. Okay, so right now I already generate all the curves. And I will draw a line in here. Okay, so here is one curve which is complete. And on the bottom side, we have two sections, so we join them together. On the upper side, we also have two curves, so we join them together again. And then on the left side, we also have two curves. So I would put it again. Press Shift and select curve. And join curve together. Okay, so right now we have 4 lines in here. Okay, so we will use the function which is the fill face again. So here I will select these 4 curves and then tick on the green tick. Okay, so right now we only have a really long sharp surface to fulfill. So this time I will also use the fulfill to check use the fill face to check if there's any like separate segment of the curves. So I will select the boundary in here, upper one, lower one, right one, and I found that it's quite really nice connected curve. So I will just directly select the 4 curves to form a surface. Tick on the green tick. Okay, so right now you can see that the whole geometry is fixed. You can see that the free edge is decreased to 0. And right now we are good to go to put it into the mesh. So if you meet any issues when you import the geometry from the CAD software and you want to fix it inside the Moldex3D and you want to fix it before you really do the mesh, then you can follow the steps that we presented just now. So thanks for your watching for today's section, and if you have any questions, please type it in the comment box and we will try to reply to it basically weekly or daily. So thanks for your watching. Hope to see you next time, and don't forget to put the subscribe and the little bell beside it to receive the newest technical form from us. Thanks for your watching.